So we're going to talk about how to use the mask tool in Figma to create some interesting designs, and then also how to use the animate or prototype feature in order to transition between different panels in our design. So here you can see I already have my background set up. I have a rectangle set up with a gradient that I thought was really cool, and now I want to add some shapes that I'm going to mask, so that way you only see the gradient where these shapes appear. So I'm going to come up here to my shape tool. I'm going to hit a rectangle, and I'm going to actually make some really long rectangles to kind of, that way I can play around with it and I don't have to worry about if they fit within my panel or not. Now right now you can see my rectangle appears up here. It's not actually part of my panel. So I'm going to click and drag that down so that it is actually part of the panel here. And I'll put it on top so we can actually see it. So now you can see it's blocking out part of my gradient. I'm just going to change the color to white, though it really doesn't matter what color it is. Once I have the size of the rectangle, I'm just going to copy, Control or Command C, and then paste, Control or Command V. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I get my rectangles. I'm not even worrying about spacing because we can use the distribute and align tools in Figma to really tidy everything up. So now I have my rectangles. I want to have them all distributed equally. So over here on the left, I'm going to select all my rectangles. So in order to select more than one, I click one, I'm going to hold down my shift key, then come up here and click my top one. So you can see now they're all highlighted. Now I'm coming over to the right on my design tools, and you can see if I click more options, I can distribute vertical spacing. And all that does is it makes sure they're all aligned equally. And then I can also center them so that they're all aligned center. And then I'm just going to click and drag until I see that they're aligned in the center. Same here. So now everything's done. I do want to make sure that my rectangles are all grouped together as well. That just makes it easier to manipulate because they'll stay together, nothing will change in their settings. So again, I'm going to come over here, make sure they're all selected. And then you can group them by either holding down Command G on your keyboard, or you can two-finger click, right click. And then here you're going to see group selection. And all that does is it makes it so that they're all together, easy to move around, nothing will change. So I don't really want them going horizontal. I wanted to make them a little more dynamic. I'm gonna angle my rectangles. And what I'm going to do, let's move them down a little bit, there we go, is now I'm going to mask, use them as a mask for my gradient. So I'm actually going to take this group, I'm going to put it below my gradient rectangle. So now I'm going to select my group, add my rectangle, and I'm going to right click or two-finger click on a mask, and then I'm going to click Use as Mask. And now you can see that you only see the gradient where those rectangles are. So if I click out, it gives you this really cool dynamic background. And then I actually want my background to be a dark blue, not that white. So I'm just clicking my main frame up here on the left side, coming over to my fill and making my dark blue. So now I have my main panel to start with. I want to have it so that it animates where you actually see these bars kind of shift back and forth. So what I want to do first is I'm going to take this panel and I'm just going to copy paste. So now I have two of them. Bring this over so we have a little workroom. And all I'm going to do on this is I'm going to select those rectangles and I'm just going to shift them up a little bit, just so that way it's a little different. So now I have my two rectangles and I want to animate between the two. So I'm going to come over to my right and click Prototype. And on my first rectangle, you'll see when I hover now, I get this little plus. And if I click that, I can drag it over until it hits my next rectangle. Again, I don't want it to hit a specific item on the rectangle. I want it to actually go to the entire frame. And now I get interaction details. So I can choose how that interaction is going to change. I want my animation to happen when my mouse is just hovering over and it's just showing it's what it's navigating to. It's navigating to the entire frame, not to a specific rectangular item. And then I'm going to come down here and it says Smart Animate. So you're going to have different options here. We're going to do Smart Animate, and we are going to go to 1500 milliseconds. Now I want it to go back and forth. I don't want to just animate and stop. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do the same thing here. and I'm going to bring that plus back. So now you see I have it going back and forth. And then same thing, I'm going to change it to while hovering, whereas navigating, and making sure all my settings down here are correct. So now I have my animation set up and I want to test it out. So I'm going to come up here to my right. I'm going to click the little play button and I'm going to get a new window open. And you're going to see there's my screen on a little pretend cell phone, and when I hover, it's a little glitchy. If I just hover next to it, you can see that it's bouncing back and forth. Nice simple animation. And when I go away, it stops moving. Now I'm hovering, moving again, go away, stops animating.